your definition of freedom in 2018?
I believe freedom is the equal opportunity to have an education, to have whatever job you want, the freedom of speech. Everything in the Bill of Rights and the Constitution lists out what rights we have as Americans, and I think that's what our freedom is.
What is your meaning of freedom in 2018?
My definition of freedom in 2018 is to be able to do whatever you want, whenever you want, without being judged by your peers or others.
My definition of freedom is being able to feel like you're not being. Oh wait, I'm like living the same thing you're doing.
Like you have to be judged.
Okay, no, I feel like it's like more of like you feel like you're accepted everywhere you go, kind of, and like people won't judge you because of your race and all the other stuff that people like judge you about today.
Thank you.
Freedom for me was just being able to, wake up and go about my day as I want to, not have to really be constricted by the government. Even though, they do regulate some things, but we got a lot more freedom here than they do other places where they might not be allowed to like get on the internet or, stuff of that nature. So freedom was just doing as I please.
Freedom in 2018.
To me, my definition of freedom in 2018 is being able to be whoever you want and say whatever you want and feel free to be able to have your own thoughts and opinions without feeling like if you say those opinions or tell someone those opinions that they'll judge you or put you down for it. That's my opinion of freedom.
What is your meaning of freedom in 2018?
I would say that to me, one of the freedoms that I really celebrate is that every day I wake up and I can think about things that aren't right, and I can express myself, and I can encourage people to make change. I can say what I need to say without fear of any repercussions, and encourage people to make better choices about where we live and how we live.
The meaning of freedom in 2018, ironically, we just had a talk about this in class this morning in debating something, is the idea of citizenship. The idea of you have certain unalienable rights that are given to you just by being a citizen of this country that makes this country actually probably the greatest that's out and running and operating now. Freedom is the right to have an opinion even though it differs from someone else's opinion and not feel like that your life is going to be threatened, you're going to be dragged out in the street and beaten. I think there's a lot to be said about not only the right to feel and have an opinion, but the right to then participate in groups that are literally here to support, any agenda that somebody may have, as long as it's not literally promoting violence. I think that's what freedom is in 2018 and should be for the remainder of the time that we're here as a country.
What is your meaning of freedom in 2018?
I feel kids in 2018 have more freedom compared to when I was at their age. When I was in high school, I felt I never had this type of freedom from my teachers or from my parents. Regardless, like I feel it's relatively, kids in 2018 have more freedom than ever before.
So,
What is the meaning of freedom to you in 2018?
the freedom to me in 2018 versus the time that I grew up, because I was born and raised in New York, and I moved here in '91, and it's like totally different. It's like if you speak up for yourself, you're gonna get criticized. Versus up north, they really honor your First Amendment rights up north. To me, because you can say what you want to say, versus here you say something, you get criticized or you're looked at and stared upon. So it's just totally different. But I feel freedom here is I don't know. It's just different. It's versus up north versus here. So.
When you are free from stress and when your mind is free from all the pressure from the government, from the president, when your country is free, you are free indeed. And it is my belief, it's only God only, He is the only one. God is the only one who can set you free.
So, what does freedom mean to us in 2018? Freedom to me means like just being able to be yourself, not doubting yourself, being able to express yourself in any way, shape, or form without getting judged or having to feel like you need to impress somebody. Freedom to me, like freedom of speech, meaning you can say whatever you want, but just do it in a respectful manner. Freedom to me means standing up for yourself, not really taking a lot of disrespect from anyone, being able to just be your own person and live how you want to live, don't live for anyone else. Freedom to me means just be the best you and don't let anyone tell you how to live.
Freedom to me means that everybody is treated equally and that everybody has their own rights and that it can be used and not taken away from them. And when people do try and take that away, that they should be punished for it. And freedom also means that everybody is entitled to their own opinions and their own freedoms, and they can exercise those however they want to.
Freedom to me means being able to express yourself freely, willingly, and however you feel to do so on the day that you wake up. Freedom to me means to have power over the things that you do as an individual without having to be judged. Freedom to me means being able to just be yourself. Wake up and just be yourself. You shouldn't have to worry about what you can and can't do because of somebody else. Yeah, just be free.
How are you going to start exercising your freedoms?
I already exercise my freedoms. I work. I have 2 jobs. I'm myself every day, all day. I express my freedom of speech very well. If people know me, they know that's true. And yeah, I just try to do all that I can, being my age that I am. So everything that I'm free to do, if it's driving, working, talking, anything I can do, I try my best to do it. And I wish I could like vote and stuff, but it's upcoming. So
I feel as though I exercise my freedoms now by taking full advantage of the opportunities that my school provides me. I'm going to start being more responsible with my decisions because I feel that plays a big factor in freedom today because kids take freedom for granted. I feel as though as we get older, you know, our freedoms, we get more freedom and some of us don't know how to deal with it.
I'm going to start using my personal freedoms, like Tiara said, to vote, and also with like jobs and stuff, and exercising the freedom of speech more because it's something that you do have and something that you shouldn't be limited to, and sometimes people like to limit you to.